Well, hello and welcome back to another episode of the Wellness FOURplay podcast. I am Dr. Dondee Nettles, and if you're wondering why I am still dressed in my bike attire, it's because I just got off of a bike ride with my wife, Marcy, pretty much trying to keep up with her. Which, when I came back home and I was winded and I'm sweating like crazy, I thought, you know what? I'm going to change the topic I wanted to talk about, and I'm going to talk about setting proper expectations with a health goal. So first, set a health goal. The weather is starting to warm up, and in other places other than Arizona, when the weather warms up, people go outside and they become more active. At least here in the Phoenix area, when it warms up, people go inside and they get less active because when it hits triple digits, it's not fun. It's like you could fry an egg on the sidewalk, literally. So, but back to my point, because the weather is warming up, we're coming out of spring into summer. The weather's nice, sun is shining. Hopefully, that white stuff on the ground in cold places is melting, and you're starting to feel the itch to get outside. Well, if that is the case, capitalize on that longing, capitalize on that eagerness to get active and do it. Like I talked about on yesterday's episode in the 4 wellness tips, is the first one is to eat good, nutritious food so your body has the endurance and it has the necessity and the sustenance that it needs. But the second one was to get active. So pigeon or what's the word I'm looking for? Segueing off of that episode yesterday into today, pick a health goal. Pick a health goal to get active, to move your body. And then the second goal should be to set proper expectations. So my goal today was to get on my bike and ride with my wife, Marcy, who, by the way, is training for a triathlon. I am not training for a triathlon. She's been training every day on her bike in the pool and running. I have not been training every day, but let me share a story that happened about a week and a half ago. Marcy and I went out on a bike ride, and I ended up riding 18 miles. And on the 18th mile, as we were getting back to our car, we put our bikes on the back of our Durango. We drove out into the area where there's not a lot of people, and there's an incredible bike lane on a very long road. And we went out on a ride, and there was all kinds of elevation, ups and downs, ups and downs. We got back to the car, but about a mile before we got back to the car, Marcy said, "I'm just going to ride home," which is about an additional 8 miles. So at 18 miles, when I stopped, and as she passed me, she's like, "I could have gone way faster." What I heard is, "You suck." What she said is, "I could have gone way faster." But what I heard is, "You suck." And so it was like a dagger to the heart. So today was the first time I've gotten on a bike because actually in truth, the truth is I had a blowout in my bike. We went out to ride a couple days ago and my front tire had literally blown. It's partially because I didn't know you're supposed to keep it between 100 and 120 psi. We had about 40 psi, which is pounds per square inch. And so it was way too low. So when I pumped it up, I don't think the tire was ready for it. It had probably been sitting a while and it literally blew my tire. But I got the tire fixed yesterday. Thank you, Marcy. And today, with the dagger in my heart and knowing that what she really meant to say was, "You suck," I set out to keep up with her. Because all I heard her say is, "I could have gone way faster," as I'm driving up to the car and she ends up driving another 8 miles home. And here's the interesting thing about that. So I'm sitting in the car, got the bike loaded up, answered a couple emails on my phone. And as I get in the car and I'm driving home the extra 8 miles, as I'm pulling into the driveway, guess who's already in the driveway? Marcy. So she's like, she wasn't kidding when she said she could have gone way faster. Well, my entire point in setting proper expectations leads into the third. You need to train regularly. So today's expectation, I was going to keep up with her because she told me she could have gone way faster. I was going to try to go way faster. We went 6 miles, 6.1 miles to be specific. She went longer because I went one last lap. I said, "She's going another lap." I said, "I'm going home." So I get home and I'm tired and I tried to keep up with her, but by mile 5, she was probably 150 yards ahead of me. That's just her pace because she's been what? Training regularly. So when you set proper expectations and you train regularly to meet the goal you set initially, you will probably achieve your goal. When you set out on a goal, and this is classic for me, I am impatient. I want results now. And I get pissed, pardon my language, this is PG-13 version. I get pissed when I don't meet my expectations because sometimes I don't even set them properly. I just set them and say, "Well, I think I can probably do it." Maybe when I was 20 or 30 years younger, but not in this 57-year-old body. But anyway, I think I did pretty good, but I didn't meet my expectations because Marcy still kicked my butt. Because, as she said, as far as keeping training regularly on my bike, I do suck because I'm not training for a triathlon. She does, but I am really enjoying riding my bike, and it is nice weather. I love the elevated heart rate. I love sweating. I love the physical activity. So I am going to set proper expectations. I'm going to ride with her more often, training regularly, and I will elevate my expectations. And then the number 4 is let me, I know I've been all over the place. So let me set those 4 tips again. 1, set a goal, set a health goal. Number 2, set proper expectations. In other words, if you're going to run a marathon tomorrow and you don't even own a pair of running shoes, that's not a proper expectation. If you plan to run a marathon a year from now and you're going to go buy running shoes today and you're going to go online and look for a marathon training regimen and you download it and you follow every day for a year, then by the time a year from now comes and the race day starts, you're going to go out and you're going to crush it. But if you decided, I'm going to go buy a pair of shoes today, I'm going to run tomorrow. Let's say you even complete the marathon. Your body will be broken, battered, bruised, and bleeding, and you will have blisters. And I think it was pretty cool how I put 5 B words together unintentionally right there. That's just the supremacy of God's download in my mind right now, which means you need to listen. Okay? So I don't know where that came from. But anyway, back to number 4, or back to the 4 tips. 1, set a goal. 2, set proper expectations. 3, train regularly. And 4, when you do the previous 3, you will achieve the results. You will get the reward and the benefits that come with setting a physical goal and being physically active on a regular basis, because that's why we do it in the first place. What is physical activity for other than to live longer, to feel better, to look better naked, and do all kinds of other stuff that you probably could do, but you never felt you could do. And then when you train regularly and you get your body in that position and you get your body in that great physical condition, now your subconscious mind that tells you you suck, or when your wife tells you you suck, you can get out there and your body can beat it. And you can say, you know what? I'm standing here triumphantly coming back from 6.1 miles, sweating like crazy, didn't even take my helmet off, just my glasses so I could use just my gloves so I could use the keyboard. I'm not really feeling good about myself. But when I adhere to my own 4 tips here, set a goal, set proper expectations, train regularly, and receive the benefits and the rewards, then I will feel bulletproof. And when Marcy tells me I could have gone way faster, I'm going to pass her ass and say, keep up. Come on, because I've been just holding back. I think she's here and I think she's listening right now, because when I got home, she got home a little bit later. She changed from her riding shoes into her running shoes and she went on a run. That's dedication, because she set a goal to compete in a women's triathlon. She is setting proper expectations. She's training every day. She's training regularly. And when the race comes this Saturday, she's going to kick butt. There she is. I can hear. Turn that voice down.
Sorry.
I knew it. She wasn't just here. She was spying on me. High five. Great job today.
And I never said you suck.
No, that's what you meant though. No,
never.
That's what I heard. That's what my ego heard. But anyway, thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of Wellness FOURplay podcast. I am Dr. Dondee Nettles. That is my beautiful wife, Marcy Nettles, the one who kicked my butt today in training, who's going to crush it this weekend in your triathlon. Her first triathlon at 52 years old. That's pretty badass, right?
Thank God for collagen.
Knuckles, right? All right, guys. See you tomorrow. Have a great day. Take care and God bless. 4 a day to hold off the gray. That's what we're all about here at the Wellness FOURplay podcast. Take care. If you found any value or humor, or you just want to get rid of this, share it out. Maybe someone will get a laugh out of it too. Have a wonderful day, my friends. Take care. God bless.